I want you guys to learn today is how to use selection tools, which is this marquee shape, this dotted line that's around a rectangle, and also how to use another kind of filter called a motion blur filter. You're going to end up with a final picture that looks like this, where if you zoom into it, you can see, well, actually you can't zoom into it because I'm in photo. There we go. If I zoom into it, you can see that half of her face looks like it's blurring, like it's moving. And we've also added a lot of noise or grain all over her face to make it look speckly on purpose. This is where the picture started. This is where it ends. Okay, so let's make one of these. Same start as always. I am in Lightroom, in Develop, Command E. Out it goes. And I am immediately, as always, going to go Command, click on that background layer, Command J, so I can make a background copy. All right, so here's our first new move. We go to the second tool, which is your marquee tool, and you just want rectangular marquee. I'm going to click and drag down and across and just grab half her face. No stress, just up about half her face. That looks pretty good. Now we want to blur only half her face, so we go Command J. And if I look at my layer up here, you can see half the picture is gone. I just only have that. So we're going to call layer 2 motion blur. Okay? And we're going to call this one original. Okay, so on my motion blur layer, I go up here to Filter, Blur, Motion Blur. And right now you can't see anything in there, but if I were to zoom out, there's half her face right there. Put it in the spot. And I can zoom back in. Now, you would like to choose somewhere around between 40 and 50 pixels. You choose whichever number you like the best. That is way too much. That's not believable anymore. That's kind of too much too. But down here in the 40s to 50s, you get some movement, but it still looks good. Okay? This part about angle, you can leave it the way the computer's got it, or you can twist it. It's just which direction is her face blurring. It looks the best. I like it fairly flat. So I say, okay, cool. Now, we got to make these start to blend together. So let's do the tool we're so good at. Gradient map. And I want to pick something that's colorful. I did blues before. Let's go in the purples. See what's happening in purple. Okay, and it's reversing it. So I'm going to click reverse so that I like the colors better. I'm going to open this back up. For me, this purple is too much. I need it to kind of mellow out a little bit to become more of like a backgroundy sort of color. That's okay. I'm going to go here to this blue. I'm going to brighten it a bit so that I can, I don't know about this. Actually, I'm not going to stay with that color. I'm going to change it. That's crazy. That's crazy too. All my color choices are not so varsity here. Okay. No, I don't like this gradient at all. Canceling. Changing gradient. I'm going to go back up here to something that was more like what, there we go. That looks better because now I can see the details. The other one, all I could see was the colors. All right, so details. I'm going to do just a little bit of modifying of this. So I'm just going to brighten that a little bit. I'm going to make this a more vibrant color right there so we get a little more detail in her face. And I'm going to make this blue just a little bit darker. Okay, I like that. Okay and okay. Now, we're going to choose a couple more new tools. I'm going to go down here to the bottom, go to curves. I'm going to just brighten a little and darken a little. Very gentle. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to use this new one called levels. And levels just allows us to slide around where different levels of tones are. Here's my shadows, my midtones and my highlights. I'm going to go this way just a little bit. Just brighten that a little. Pull this over just a little. There we go. I like how that looks. I'm going to take all these. We need to smash all these layers together. So I'm clicked on the level layer. I'm going to hold Shift key, click on the original, and they all go together. Layer, merge. Okay, last step. Filter, noise, add noise. I'm going to scroll this in so I can see her face. Okay. I would put the noise not too much, because see, when I do too much, the background becomes all gray. So in about the 30s is pretty good. Hit OK. Call this noise plus blur. You're done. Screenshot. Screenshot. File. Save as. Motion. Blur plus noise. And I would go where? My desktop. Save it. Okay. Okay. And then I can, now that it's saved, I can just say close. And it'll close Photoshop for me. Oh, sorry, it's a big file, so it's needing to save a little bit longer. Don't save that one. So I have a Lightroom copy. And right here I have a Photoshop copy. And you're done.